Hello, nieces and nephews, is your Uncle Bill. Welcome to week 28, year 2020, and it is Cook Week, one of my favorite weeks. And everybody, here's my new shirt. What do you think? Not bad. It's a beautiful day, so don't ruin it. Yes, it is a beautiful day. And guess what? I have a surprise for you. I have 5 crazy things. Yes, 5 crazy things, and they all have to do with cooking. I'm going to share them with you right now. Also, guess I forgot to turn on my lights. Just a second while Uncle Bill. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? I have to plug them in. I turned on the other one, but I didn't plug this one in. And now we got to set it. We have this. This doesn't count as anything that I'm showing you as something to have. And there we go. Always fun to have a little fun. Hey there, ho there. And if you can guess that movie, I'll give you a cupido. No. All right, cooking. Getting serious now. My favorite knife. This thing is what I used to bone chicken thighs for Frankie when she was alive. And this is a ceramic knife by Good Cook. This thing is ultra sharp. That's why they always come with don't buy a ceramic knife that doesn't come with a blade guard. This thing will slice your finger in no time. See how nice and sharp that is? It's been used plenty of times. Now, one of the things is about a ceramic knife is you have to make sure that you treat it well. Basically, you're handling glass. Just think of it that way, and that way you won't have any trouble whatsoever. Respect the knife, and the knife will respect you. That's number 1 share. I was going to have 6. Actually, they're in transit right now that I wanted to share with you. I have 6 steak knives, ceramic steak knives that are coming my way. They cost me about $23 when you add it on tax and everything. It's going to be fun. And as always, Uncle Bill's nuked throat is dry as a bone. Let's share another thing. What do we have here? Oh, this is kind of interesting. Can you guess what this is? Okay, I'll wait and chat to see if anybody... Hey, Sisterly Duo! I'll have to check you guys. I'm glad you like the live stream so far. Now, can you guess what this is, Sisterly Duo? Yes, glass knife. That actually, I call it glass, but this is what it's called, a ceramic knife. It's not much different than glass. We used to actually have a glass cookware that Corning Glass had a long time ago. Not the Pyrex. It was a higher end than Pyrex. I actually have a couple of those, but I don't have them right here in the thing right now. So, Sisterly Duo, do you know what this is? It's a fun thing. I just got it the other day. Now, recently, Uncle Bill had a tooth. I think it was this one. I went into the dentist. She said, you know what? Your tooth is going to fall apart if I don't fix it right now. And she actually said to me, you know, I think I could do it without even any Novocaine. And she did. She drilled it out, didn't hit a nerve, then filled it all in. But the thing she said is no more gnawing on bones and corn. And I just showed you the wrong side. This is a Good Grips corn peeler. This is the corn peeler to get. I researched it, and I also will have a short later on this week that I just filmed this today, actually. A quick short just showing that thing in action. It's like, you're done. and you have all the kernels off your corn. So that is what, number 2, I think? Yeah, looks like number 2. And Uncle Bill also has the third crazy thing, is something that is actually kind of on display because I was told it had a crack in it a while back. And today I couldn't find the crack, but I'm told that it's in here. This is a coffee mug that has my daughter's picture on it. Let me see, where is it? Let's see. Oh, there she is. Right there. She's all grown up now. And this was her band mug from when she was in band. And she was great. She is great. And so that's 3 crazy things from Uncle Bill's house. Uncle Bill made a big mistake a couple years back, and I decided, I have too many cookbooks. I had boxes and boxes and boxes of cookbooks. And this is before Uncle Bill decided, I had decided that I was going to do cooking as a main channel originally when I joined YouTube. And I had a few people say some rather snarky comments about my espresso coffee. And Andrew, great to see you here. I've got three things I've shared so far. It's my knife, and my cup from my cup collection, because I have an extensive cup collection. And Andrew, you need to know what this thing is. Andrew's Simple Cooking, the sisterly duo. What do you guys do on YouTube? I haven't visited your channel, I don't think yet, but I'm gonna right after this is done. This, Andrew, is a corn peeler, and that'll take the kernels right off a corn cob faster than you can say Jack Robinson. It is fast. I'm going to do a short on it later. Now we're up to number 4. Number 4, you may know her from, Three's Company, I think it was. Suzanne Summers' cookbook, Eat, Cheat, and Melt That Fat Away. She's going to teach us all about it, and we'll find out. There were some recipes in here that I thought were kind of interesting, and I am a sucker for cookbooks. I love cookbooks. Here, I knew I had more than one. There was a 6th share that I couldn't remember why I wanted to share it, but I'm going to share it with you guys after this one. This is the Junior Cookbook. And one of the cool things about this is you get a Junior Cookbook today and it's going to say peanut butter and jelly, whatnot. You can see they're full on cooking for the Junior Cookbook. This is vintage, probably 1960s cookbook. The reason why they felt confident to put them out like this back then was because kids would be supervised in the kitchen. A lot of parents, unfortunately, will give the kid a cookbook, give them the utensils, and set them loose, which is not what you want to do in the kitchen, especially around fire. I want to share with you all about shopping. Now, Andrew knows that one of my favorite stores is the Dollar Tree. Now, this book is $12.92 on Amazon today. I checked it right before coming on broadcast. This is Qualification. It's by David Heatley. It's got nothing to do with cooking. It's Uncle Bill has an eclectic mindset as far as what he likes. And this is just a comic book, inappropriate for young kids. But at the Dollar Tree, it's $1.25 because the Dollar Tree is no longer $1. It's $1.25 tree. but they won't change their name. Neither will the 99-cent and up store change their name. So the sisterly duo, I hope that you guys are having a great day. What part of the country are you guys from anyways? Or are you even in the country? Because Andrew's Simple Cooking, which everyone needs to check out, he's got the best pork recipes known to man on his site. And he's also got 10,000 followers. And oh, Uncle Al, great to see you here. You missed the 5 crazy things, or maybe you were here for the 5 crazy things. I just didn't see you log in or something. I have all sorts of things to share today. Can you guys hear the music in the background? I hope so, because it's courtesy of YouTube music. And Die Bullfrog 79 is a great channel to check out also. He's got some cooking on there. Mostly he has preparedness training, I would say, on there. Wouldn't you say that's pretty accurate for your site? You want us all to be prepared for life, I guess you could say. I hope you don't mind if I have a little bit of water here now, and it is a little bit of water. I forgot to fill up my jug before starting. Uncle Bill has a lot of throat scarring on the inside of my throat, and because of that, my voice gets very, very, very dry. Have I missed any questions? No. This week, I have also, I might pick one of Suzanne Summers' recipes to do. I am going to be putting out a short showing this guy in action. I filmed it right before coming. I also have a desire, and maybe one of you 3. This is a fun little camera. I've used it a lot. I like them. What I would like to get is something about this size with 20 megapixels with one of those screens on the front. I have one in an action camera. That's this Victure 4K. It does a pretty good job. However, it's falling apart. That's broken. I don't know if it'll focus on that. Come here. There. And right before the broadcast today, I cracked the battery door too. I don't know. Yeah, that shows up too. Not too happy about that. Victure is, I'm not seeing these cameras made anymore, but I'm leaning towards the Hero 10. Although I've been reading about the fact that with the Hero 10, they overheat after a while. But Uncle Bill doesn't usually film for very long at one time. The Hero 10 might be the one to work with, and I need another sip. And yes, it is only water that I'm drinking on because my doctor says no more alcohol. And it's not because I drank a lot, because I didn't, but any alcohol tends to affect my blood chemistry, unfortunately. And it's not a temporary change. It's making my red blood cells bigger and bigger and bigger. The exciting thing this week, I just put my name in the hat again for Vid Summit. Uncle Bill's going to be volunteering at Vid Summit this year. And I probably should have started off reveal my new haircut, because I decided to get a summer cut this year. And this is about the shortest I've had my hair in a long time, but it's comfortable. Woo! I can see why so many people get a summer cut like this. Plus, you don't get hairs in your food. It's a great thing. Dum, dum. Can you guys hear the music? Is it loud enough? Because I can hear it fine, but I don't know if you guys can. Andrew, are you having a great week there in England these days? I hope so. And do I owe you anything? Because, I always want to make sure that I follow through on what I tell people I'm going to do for them. Because when is Vid Summit this year? It's the end of September. And if you want, I'll send you even a volunteer thing for it. Although it's be kind of expensive from England, they're going to have the video offering of I think it's 197 or 179. I can't remember what it is for attendance to be able to watch it live. That said, I hope Daryl isn't listening. You might wait and see if he does another Black Friday sale come Black Friday, because last year he sold every single Vid Summit there was. I actually volunteered last year, got last year's Vid Summit videos along with my cost of admission, because even volunteers have to pay a little bit, very little. We get a 95% reduction in rate. It doesn't mean that it isn't still expensive, because you still need to get a hotel room, which was a lot of fun. And you're working long hours and you don't really see much of it, which is one of the reasons why we get the videos for free. But on Black Friday, for the same price, $199, last Black Friday, I picked up every single Vid Summit there was, which is great, because they think they went back until it's almost 10 years, I think, or something like that, even more. I'm okay, just suffering from the heat. Yeah. Have you well, I know that you Andrew, are very knowledgeable on camping and stuff like that. So I'm sure that you've thought about using a swamp cooler, I hope. And if you don't know what a swamp cooler is, people, what a swamp cooler is it uses what's called evaporative cooling. And what you can do if you don't have a swamp cooler is you can just take a fan and get a towel, wet it, put it over the fan, and then measure the air coming off of the fan. And you'll find that it'll drop anywhere from 5 to 15 degrees coming directly off the fan. Then as it goes out, it's going to be a little bit warmer as it mixes with the warm air. But it does help, evaporative cooling. And Vid Summit. Okay, Vid Summit this year. Daryl Eves is going to be there. Daniel Patel is going to be there. No, Daniel. Oh, good. My brain just went out of Brian Campbell. Brian Campbell's going to be there too. I'm mixing up names. I'm sorry. One of the things that happens as you get older, unfortunately, is you forget names. And Brian Johnson. Yes. And Daniel Battelle, not Patel. Part of that is because my hearing, the first couple of times I've heard his name, it sounded like Patel. And Uncle Bill's got really bad tinnitus. Right now, it sounds like I have a screaming, high-pitched noise in both ears. What fun! Welcome to getting older. Things they don't tell you. Actually, my dad did tell me when I was going to get tinnitus when I was younger. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to get that. Brilliant idea. Have not heard of. Oh, you haven't? Oh, you're another way to do it, Andrew, is you just take your shirt. Oh, by the way, Uncle Al, you're going to love this shirt. It's a beautiful day. Don't ruin it. That's how I started off the broadcast today. But evaporative cooling, one of the things that we used to do camping, although we weren't very cold up in Canada, is you just dunk it in the lake and put it on. So just take your t-shirt, wet it, put it on, and I guarantee you that you're going to feel a lot cooler. Now, cooking this week. I'm going to do a short on corn on the cob. I'm also going to do a short on my new concepts of gravy, because I have realized another thickener that is like 100 times better than using white flour. And I can thank Shonda from Shonda's Real Food and Drinks for turning me on to this. It's called tapioca starch. And I'm sure you guys already know about it. It's old news to you, but it might not be old news to everybody. I mean, I've been using tapioca starch like it's going out of style now. You're making corn and you have it kind of like soup, and you want to make it more like a stew, just throw in some tapioca starch, and it doesn't take much to do it. The advantage that tapioca starch has over flour, in my opinion, is that you don't have to do the premix like you do with flour. With flour, if you don't want those little hard balls that you get from not stirring it well enough, you take it and you put it in a cup like this cup with cold water, and you whisk it together, and then add the water and the flour at the same time to thicken things up. What I found is with the tapioca starch, I can get away with just spooning it on, and I've never had that stuffed cake. I don't know if you guys have, but I never have. And I've used it quite a few times now. All right. Missing anything? Nope. Hey, Bridget, great to have you here. Bridget's my moderator. She's going to keep you guys all in line. So watch out. And don't worry, don't worry. She might keep you in line even if you're not out of line. Yes, Bridget, I'll stop talking about that maybe in about 5 years. So, all right, let's see. What else do we have here? We have for the sisterly duo, Cafe Moro. I've already shared this before. That's why it doesn't count as a share, but this is also from the Dollar Tree. If you do any camping, this is a nice fine ground to bring for, like, this would last me, Uncle Bill, about 3 days, because I drink very dark coffee. For someone else, it might last them a whole week. And it makes a good strong cup of coffee, which is one of the things I like. My preferred coffee, and another short, which is in Uncle Bill's head, is about, what was it? Almost 2 years ago, I did a whole coffee series. You don't get tapioca starch in the UK. Normally just corn flour starch makes a slurry. I've used corn flour starch, tapioca starch. I don't know, Andrew, but it's almost instantaneous. I mean, I've had to stir cornstarch and wait for it to, and plus cornstarch has a different flavor. Tapioca doesn't add much of a flavor to what I add it to. So it's just something to keep, and maybe there's a way I can mail you some. I don't know. We'll explore that in the future. It's just my new favorite. I'll probably switch back to flour before I know it, because I don't mind using flour either. It's just that the tapioca starch is there, and it's so simple, and it doesn't cake. And cornstarch doesn't cake either. You're right about that. So maybe if they have wheat starch, I'm going to have to check to see if they have a wheat starch, because it's the starch when it's probably purified more than regular flour is, because all flour is like ground down, whereas starch sounds like a type of boil it and purify it off. And Uncle Al, you could probably correct us if we're wrong, because Uncle Al, one of the things that is amazing about Uncle Al is he researches everything. I mean, Uncle Al probably also knows, just like I got into a discussion with a friend of mine recently. He had Lincoln's speech, he put it in quotes. It was on Facebook. And so, of course, being Uncle Bill, I do a lot of research too. So I went and I chased down the speech. I got the transcript from it. Nowhere in the speech does Lincoln say the words that he was saying were said. So I called him out on it. Not only did I call him out on it, Lincoln never said the other thing that he's claimed with. I mean, his famous speech is the Gettysburg speech that he gave 7 years ago, blah, blah, blah. That is Lincoln's speech. Now, the other saying where he says about you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time, or something like that. That was never said. Not only did it not get said, but it's been something that there have been scholars that have scourged. When Lincoln gave a speech, there were people there with pens, pencils, and paper, scribing out every single word that he said. They were in newspapers and articles, and I chased down both that and everything, all the references, send it off, and I'm being called, trying to get it too exact. Well, I think if you're going to have a quote, it should be an exact quote. Otherwise, don't quote it. Say that you're summarizing it or something. Yep, little off on that one. This is going to be an exciting week. We're going to have cooking. Next week is camping, and I'll do some camping. And now I'm circling all the way back. So 2 years ago, I did a camp coffee thing on this channel. Whole big long series. I think I covered like 7 different ways to make camp coffee. I'm going to try to do the same thing, except in a short, and have very informative, very fun, very friendly, and have it all done in 60 seconds, because that's the limitation on the short. One thing that I pray YouTube does in the near future is with shorts, Uncle Bill has no say over what the thumbnail is used on the shorts shelf. The AI just goes through and picks a spot and says, that's where it is. And that is just so upsetting, because it picks a pretty good spot, but I would like to be able to just make a thumbnail. Uncle Bill loves to make thumbnails. If you ever have any issue with thumbnails, just give me a holler. And the sisterly duo, if you're still here, I do thumbnail hacks too. So Uncle Al, Andrew, Bridget, the sisterly duo, I love you all. And one last plug, check to see Die Bullfrog 79. Great channel, has all about prepping, some food, how to live life properly. And for cooking, check out Andrew's Simple Cooking, one of the best cooking channels on YouTube. And stay with Uncle Bill, because Uncle Bill has fun. And check out Uncle Bill's cooking. It's going to be Bill Dube COOK. That's the name of the channel. It might be Cooks. I think it's just Cook with it, no S, because it's Bill Dube COOK. I'm the cook, and I will cook for you. Love you all. Have a great day. Make every day this side of the dirt great. Love you all. Bye-bye.